Hi, welcome to an Aquarius experience. I will be doing a reading for Aquarius and Gemini. This will be a connection spread between lovers, friends, love interest, work, twin flames, anyone really that you are connecting to or with. And I will be doing a connection spread for the highest good for the relationship. This is October 2025. Okay, Aquarius. Temperance. You're in a state of patience. You have good temperament. You are learning a way to maneuver your emotions rather than having your emotions maneuver you. This is a great place to be in. However, your challenge is justice. So although you are able to emotionally feel a good temperament within yourself, the fact that justice is coming in the challenge position is that there may be areas outside of yourself that need some adjustment and fairness, maybe between you and another party, or you and balancing your life outside of just your emotions. For Gemini, there has been some movement towards a new direction, something that they have recently in the immediate past had experienced a lot of turbulence, and they are now moving past the turbulence, or they're at least seeking to move past the turbulence and hoping to calmer waters. And this could be something that is completely mental. It does not necessarily have to be physical or in their outward surroundings as far as work and stability. It doesn't have to be those things, although it can be. But for me, I believe that most of it was emotionally burdensome than it was physically burdensome. Not emotionally, mentally burdensome more than it was physically burdensome or emotionally burdensome. For their challenge, there's some greed. Gemini has something that they're holding on to. They could be feeling not regretful, but overly protective. When I see this card, the Four of Pentacles, to me, it symbolizes the idea of, a small child holding a baby chick, and they just don't want to let it go because they love it so much, but then they end up squeezing too hard and hurting it. Or it could be something like, cupping water and wanting to hold the water, but it just slips through the fingers. This is representative of material though, so it's not an emotion that they're holding on to, although it could be based on emotions. It could be resentment that they're holding on to. Excuse me, while something noisy passes. Okay. Again, it could be resentment that they're holding on to. It could be money that they're holding on to. But just greed and not wanting to let something go is what Gemini is currently facing as far as a challenge. The mutual energies here between the two is happiness. It looks like both of you feel that each one of you make each other happy. And the idea of kind of just absorbing that happiness is all that you two want for this relationship and for each other and for themselves. Advice for Aquarius is the Four of Wands. So it's important that you stabilize your passions and your desires and let them remain consistent. Don't take back whatever it is that you want out of this relationship and out of or for yourself. Make sure that those desires and those passions that ideally you have already realized for yourself that you want, make sure that they are grounded and stable. 4 pillars for roof, for stability. This is your dream, this is your passion, this is your direction. Make sure that those directions are secure and embedded into this groundedness and this foundation that you've already created for yourself energetically. As far as Gemini goes, advice for Gemini. The advice for Gemini is to, what I would want to say is kind of the same advice. You see the wand here that she carries is upright, stable, and pretty firm, grounded in a foundation. And again, the Queen of Wands is a passion card, but a very firm and stable passion card. Like knowing what it is that you desire, that you want, and leading with that. So I want to say that the advice cards are quite similar energetically. Although Gemini's is more of a leading card because it is a queen. Very assertive, and there's more of a doing there behind that queen energy, where for Aquarius, it's all about just receiving and having those stable, those 4 stable pillars stuck into the ground, grounded, having a good firm foundation and belief, and then receiving and just kind of living in that stability that they've created themselves, that is built on their desires and passions that they are invested in already. In the immediate future for Aquarius and Gemini, what's to be expected in the immediate future? We have the Alchemist, the Hierophant, and the Chariot. Okay, these are all really beautiful cards. The Alchemist is much like the Manifestor, the Magician. Things are going to be alchemized and created. And what will be created and the outcome should be something of permanency and commitment, stability, some kind of coming together with an agreement. And then you also have the Chariot, which is definitely a force of movement, coming and moving things forward between the two of you in this relationship. Okay, so that's all that I have for you, and they're pretty good energies. Again, just going over some things that should be or could be worked on is Aquarius finding some kind of balance between you and the outside world, fairness, justice, equality, balance. And for the Gemini, letting go of some of past resentment, maybe material idolization, material world, materialism in general, money, just kind of losing a grip of how the material world is the utmost importance. It is not.